What's up, y'all? It's Matt here, Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is 5:14 p.m. June the 12th, 2023, year of our Lord. It is Monday evening. I just left a property. It's the only property I had today. I had to work, had my full-time job today. And I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning, had to be at work at 3. So, got there, done that. Took care of business. Went ahead and took care of this small property. And I'm hanging door hangers as well. Let me explain this. I looked at my list. I cannot remember for the life of me how many clients I have right now total. But I have too many that I'm starting to get to a point where I can't get everything done on Fridays and Saturdays without my wife's help. And I'm trying to get this to where my wife does not have to help me. I do not want her out here pushing a lawnmower or weed eating. It's too hot. She's a full-time teacher, and it's just not fair. In my opinion, it's not fair for her to have to be off all summer, which is the reason why she chose that job. She's off all summer long, but on her weekends, she feels that she has to come help me, which in reality she doesn't have to help me, but she's not going to let me come out here and do these lawns by myself. She's that type of woman, man. She loves me, she's got my back, and she wants to see me succeed, and she wants me to fulfill my dreams. So she's helping me, and I'm trying to get this to a point where I don't need her help. And truthfully, right now, I really don't need her help, except for when I do large bush jobs where I can have one person cleaning up and one person trimming, or either two people trimming, and when we get done, both of us clean up. Either or. But that's really the only time I need her, is on bush jobs. But I'm trying to get to where she does not have to help me at all, or where she won't even feel like she has to help me. So like I said, by myself, while she was in school, I was doing 10, 12 properties a day. And there's no reason why I can't get that done in the summer. Yes, it is hotter, but there's more daylight in the summertime, so I can get a lot more done. And excuse me, guys, I got something. I feel like it's crawling on the back of my neck. But anyway, so what I did is I took 4 of those properties. These are weekly properties, and they're in 4 different neighborhoods. That way, on Saturdays, I could focus on route density on Fridays and Saturdays. I took everything, the furthest properties I had, put them all on weekdays, and they are in 4 separate neighborhoods. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be smarter than that, driving a county vehicle as well. I wonder what Columbia County would think if I ratted him out. I'm not gonna do that. It happens. But anyhow, 4 properties in 4 neighborhoods, and it's actually my 4 furthest properties. So what I did is I put them on one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. And Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I could probably get 2, maybe 3 properties done in the evenings. On Wednesdays, I could most likely get 4 or 5 done. But I'm focusing on these 4 neighborhoods. This is really where I want to advertise. These properties are ideals. They are very small cookie cutter properties. And if I can get, truth be told, these properties, I can do one every 20 minutes. And, you know, of course, it's not going to be 20 minutes per yard all day, at least not right now anyway, because I'm not conditioned to do that. I don't have the conditioning in that some of you others have that do this full time. You know, I'm only doing this on the weekend. But once I do get my body conditioned to where I can go hard all day long, I could probably get, if I push myself hard enough, I could probably get 14 or 15 yards. And it would do nothing but get easier to me, because I would be constantly conditioning my body. I'd be losing weight, burning fat, and of course I'd be eating right and staying hydrated and dehydrating as well throughout the day whenever I can. Little tip, guys, keep a large Gatorade bottle with you. But anyhow, that's disgusting. I shouldn't even have said that on YouTube. Sorry, guys. This is a family channel. But anyhow, so yeah, I really want to focus on those 4 neighborhoods. They're high-end neighborhoods, small properties, And like I said, my minimum is now $65, and the folks in these areas are more than willing to pay $65 for good work. And there is a ton of people in my area that are charging close to $100 for these properties. But me personally, I don't need to charge that much. For one, I don't feel like it's worth that much, and for two, my numbers don't call for that much money per yard. You know, if I had a 3 or 4 man crew, yeah, it'd be a little different, but right now I'm not needing that kind of money. But anyway, I need to charge a fair price, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, my plan is each property, 2 houses to the left, 2 houses to the right, and the 5 houses directly across the street from those properties, I will be hanging door hangers. And I know good and well that I'm not going to get 9 phone calls from each neighborhood or from each property, or I'm not going to get a phone call from every property. That'd be 9 calls per day. You know, that'd be amazing. I wish I could do that, but I know it's not going to happen. But it'd be nice. But you never know, and the only thing you can do is try, right? But if I can get 4 customers off of door hangers. Now keep in mind, I paid $98 for these door hangers. If I can get 4 customers per neighborhood or per subdivision just off of door hangers alone this year, that would be 16 properties to add to my clientele base this year. Now I want to say it's 28 properties. You know, I had to trim the fat this past weekend. I cut 4 or either 5 properties. I'd have to look and see, but I have 27 or 28 properties. I hadn't counted it. I'd have to look, but so whatever that is by 16, I'm brain dead right now. I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning, so excuse me on the math. But you do the math, that would put me that much closer to going full time. And with my minimums, if I pick up 60 properties altogether, it's right around 60. I can't remember. It's not exactly 60. I can't remember if it's we'll just say 60 properties, give or take a couple of properties. At my minimum being $65 per property. Now granted, I do have a few that are grandfathered in at my $55 and $60 minimum charge for a weekly and bi-weekly service. But at the same time, I've also got some properties that are paying well over $100 per service. So it equals out. So if my average is, my average is well over $65, but that would be more than ideal for what I need. Now, you can't count bush jobs, pine straw mulch, leaf cleanups, things of that nature. I'm counting each property $65 for 25 services. It would be X amount of dollars per year. Now, that would be, just say for instance you work a 40-hour week. You want to take a certain percentage off of your net pay from a 40-hour week, and that's what you want to base your living off of. Everything else is extra, overtime or anything else. You cannot base your bills on overtime. It's pretty much the same way in lawn care. You can't base your income off of extra money, side jobs and things of that nature that come in. That would be money that I could put back. I'd already be putting money back for the winter, breakdowns, equipment, capital, emergencies, things of that nature. But that would be just money, bonus money that I could add to it, or either put to the side to go on trips or to buy toys, just extra cash, basically. You get the gist of it. So, without extra work, side work, bushes, things like that, landscaping jobs, just strictly lawn maintenance jobs, I need X amount of dollars, and that would put me that much closer. And that's not including the extra calls that I'm going to get this summer off of Facebook and Google. Because last year, I think I averaged 3 calls or 3 properties per month is what I picked up after I picked up the spring rush. And then you had, I call it the, what do you call it? I call it the Memorial Day rush. I know that's not what it's called, but I call it the Memorial Day rush. That's when Chuck gets out the game. What I mean by that is it gets hot, and all the people that thought, I'm not going to sit here and call them wannabe. I'm not going to disrespect these guys. They're out here doing what they got to do to make ends meet, and they're at least giving it a try to come out here and work for themselves. So I'm not going to disrespect Chuck or Dan in a van, but a lot of those guys get out of the game come June, because that's when your 90 and 100 degree days start hitting real hard, and it's a whole different ball game out here, especially in Georgia, when you're facing 110% humidity on a 100 degree day. It hits different, trust me. I've been living here my whole life. I can tell you all about it. But so last year I had 2 rushes. I had the Memorial Day rush and I had the spring rush, and that's where I picked up most of my clients, and that's where I picked up a lot of clients this year too. Now, you're going to lose customers every year. You got to account for that, but you're going to gain, just say you gain 15, 20 customers a year, and you keep, we'll err on the conservative side, say you keep 5 of those customers. That's how you rake in the dough. That's how my buddies that own those successful landscaping companies, that's how they're making anywhere from $300,000 to $750,000 a year. And that's the point I'm wanting to get to. Not necessarily the money, but freedom. I'm wanting to do this full time, and I'm ready to go right now. So yeah, I'm hitting the recruiting trail or the marketing trail extremely hard. I've really got to get this plug-in, this connector fixed, this little raggedy 4-prong connector plug for my trailer hitch. This thing is about done kicked the bucket. Now, I know y'all heard it beeping just now, but that's what it is letting me know that my trailer is unhitched or unplugged, and that my lights wasn't working. And it only does that when I hit bumps, and it drives me nuts. So yeah, I know it's an easy fix, but I really don't want to fool with it until after I get a new trailer, because I'm gonna keep this trailer for small landscaping jobs, until I get cut that a little bit too hard there, Tank. I hit my wife's car, she's gonna come out here and castrate me. But I want to keep this trailer for small landscaping jobs until I can afford a dump trailer, and that is not on the dump trailers is not on the list of not at the top of my priority list right now. It is on my list of things to get for business, but it's not at the top of my list. So it'll be a while before I can get to that. At least 2 or 3 years. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm really going to hit the marketing trail hard here in the next few weeks. I'm trying this out. Just it's not permanent right now because, a lot of I'm a truck driver, and I cannot dictate what time I'm going to get off work. All I can do is go to my full-time job and hustle, get there an hour early every day, hustle, go as hard as I can, try to get off and still have a good amount of daylight left. Here in my area, it gets dark around 9 o'clock, but I need to be at my house around 8 because I get to bed at 9 so I can get up at 2. So if I can get off every day by 4 o'clock, that would give me 4 hours of good daylight. We'll just say 3.5 hours of good daylight. That's enough for me to get 2 or 3 properties done. It's actually enough for me to get 4 or 5 properties done, as long as they're right next to each other. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But anyway, y'all, hey man, if y'all like that video, let me know down in the comment, or if y'all like that plan, that idea I have. But I'm just trying different things right now to see what works. Like I said, I freed up a lot of room in my routes so I can pick up more profitable properties. Went up on my minimums. And starting next year, there will be no grandfather clause. It will be, I'm actually going to do it different next year. I'm doing it strictly on inflation. I'm just going to do an inflation increase. So say inflation is 11% next year. At the beginning of the year, I'm going up 11% per service. because you've got to be able to validate why you're going up on your prices. And these customers aren't stupid, you know. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I just got back to my house and backed into my driveway, and it looks like my wife and youngest daughter are out back playing volleyball. So go out there and hang out with them for a second or two. Get in here, get me a shower, get me some supper, get relaxed, and get ready for my day tomorrow. But anyway, I will cut y'all back on sooner or later. But until the next one, I'll keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all.